Okay, so I've stated this before, and I know that many viewers agree with me, but Lee is behaving suspiciously, and no one has seen the body of Luna Nozawa. She was actually revived during surgery by Lee and Bridget Forrester the last time we saw her. After all was said and done, Luna was sent to post-operative recovery. Furthermore, it seems to me that Luna is probably still alive and that Lee is concealing her niece or granddaughter somewhere. Although this isn't the first time Lee has pulled this prank, there may be a co-conspirator this time around with Luna. Finn and fans were astonished when Lee suddenly changed her mind about Luna just before the shooting, but that's just one example of Bolt's erratic writing. You know, Lee had constantly told Finn to stay away from Luna before the week of the shooting. She poses a severe threat to Steffi Forrester and is dangerous. Indeed, Luna confined Steffi to a cage and abandoned her to be destroyed by a wrecking ball. This deadly trap is reminiscent of the Batman TV series. Lee therefore thought very little of Luna. That made sense. Bold and beautiful, Lee's unexpected change. Suddenly, just prior to the shooting, Lee completely changed his mind and began discussing her as a victim. I don't think Luna was born bad, she said. Finn. Poppy Nozawa, her pill-popping, man-chasing skank mother, was to blame. Then, without any prior notice and without any flatline scenes except from the one we witnessed during the surgery she underwent, Lee is in the waiting area informing Poppy that Luna passed away while recovering. Putrid Poppy then expressed her satisfaction with her daughter's passing. Lee, who claimed Luna had little chance with Poppy as her mother, was horrified by this. Lee doesn't support Luna's actions, but she also doesn't think she was solely to blame. Thus, a very credible source is spreading the story that Luna is in a coma. Additionally, we are aware that she will appear in scenes on Bold and the Beautiful in September, more than a month away. We also know that Lisa Yamada required time off to shoot her upcoming Amazon Prime series. I therefore assumed Lee was lying when he suddenly revealed that Luna had died without our knowledge, and that he had hidden her somewhere to aid in her recovery from her gunshot wound and to keep her away from Poppy, who is just terrible. Sheila and Lee concur that Luna is bold and beautiful. To be honest, Bold doesn't really amaze us with many big surprises. Additionally, there is another individual in Los Angeles who shares Lee's sentiments toward Luna. And that's Sheila Carter, Finn's other mother. She adores Luna as well. She also attributes Luna's development to Lee's terrible sister, Poppy. Sheila wished that Luna would not bother Steffi and Finn. She made an effort to persuade Luna to leave Los Angeles and start over somewhere else. In connection with it, there have been a few other warning signs raised recently regarding Lee. She first unexpectedly visited Sheila, a woman she hates, at Il Giardino. Lee also informed Sheila that they were the only ones who had been supporting Luna. Sheila then confided in Lee that she was devastated by Luna's passing, and that no one seemed to care. At this point, the second red flag for me really began to appear. Beautiful and bold, Lee reenacts history. When Sheila inquired about Luna's memorial service, Lee replied, "It's already done. It is taken care of." Now, if you recall, Lee used nearly the same wording with Steffi following Finn's purported death in 2022. Lee responded to Steffi's attempt to discuss a memorial ceremony for Finn by saying, "I'll take care of everything when it comes to my son." Steffi also believed that Lee had been cremated before she had a chance to say goodbye to him. And now we find ourselves in a scenario that is almost the same. Naturally, Steffi believed at the time that Lee had had Finn cremated while she was still in the hospital after being shot by her own gun in 2022. Lee was of course lying. Finn was still alive. Lee was discreetly bringing him back to health while he was in a coma. Sheila Carter and Lee Finnegan are both bold and beautiful. As you may recall, she was looking after Finn when Sheila arrived at Lee's house and demanded to know the location of her son's grave or ashes so she could bid him farewell. When Sheila heard medical equipment beeping, she forced her way into Lee's flat and discovered Finn comatose. Sheila went crazy. She desired to take Finn to the medical facility. "No," Lee responded. "Back then there was violence that broke out." "You're even crazier than I am," Sheila said to Lee. That sparked the entire incident in which Sheila pursued Lee, drove her off the road, and almost killed her. Sheila then assumed responsibility for Finn's care. In the end, Sheila was correct. Lee is as insane as she is, in my opinion. She is also aware that Sheila will stop at nothing to protect Luna, and those she loves. Brave and gorgeous, Lee incorporates Sheila. In addition to my suspicion that Lee has done the same thing to Luna as she did to Finn, I also have a suspicion that Lee will reveal the truth to Sheila this time. I believe Lee may even ask Sheila to visit her home, and let her know that Luna is alive but unconscious, and that I am taking care of her in the same way that I took care of Finn. I'm saving Luna's life just as I did Finn's. Sheila would undoubtedly be overjoyed that Luna lived, and she would do everything in her power to assist Lee in nursing their granddaughter back to health. Sheila would definitely keep it a secret, even from Deacon. I think Lee is totally committed to attempting to preserve Luna's life, knowing that she will figure out what to do next. Until she is certain that she can save her, there is no purpose to even consider what-if scenarios. Whether it's turning herself into the police and facing the repercussions or helping her granddaughter leave town and start over somewhere else. Lee would likely want Luna to take responsibility for her acts, in my opinion, whereas Sheila would prefer that Luna leave Los Angeles rather than face jail time. That's a topic for another time. Brave and gorgeous. Lee relying on Sheila. I believe Lee visited Sheila to see if she was feeling particularly affected by Luna's alleged death. Since Sheila can go over there and look for Luna when Lee is at work at the hospital, I believe Lee is considering Sheila as a potential co-schemer. Remember when she was a nurse? Lee would therefore avoid drawing attention to himself by skipping hospital shifts. Additionally, I believe she is aware that she can rely on Sheila to look out for and protect Luna. Thus, it is possible that Lee may shortly disclose a comatose Luna to Sheila. We are aware that Luna will release a new episode in September, but I have something I'd want to show you. A spoiler for Monday, July 21st was really posted by TV Guide, but none of the spoilers actually occurred. And it's a very trustworthy website. So, it said 3 topics that I believe we should discuss. The first one, which is about Steffi and Hope, strangely named Stephanie. After that, was stated that Liam and Bill had a serious conversation. That did not occur. Luna is also in a coma. Didn't occur either. Brave and gorgeous. This is the screenshot I took from the official TV Guide website. With the disclaimer that I had only seen it on tvguide.com, I brought it up in our weekly spoilers video. Therefore, I took a cautious approach to reporting and took a screenshot. I'm going to present it to you now. The date was incorrect, but perhaps the spoiler is accurate. The only thing we can do is wait and see. However, I believe we can all agree that Luna's death off-screen was extremely strange. When Lee told Poppy that Luna was gone, I believe she was testing her to see how she would respond. Then she pulled her away for a private conversation, and Poppy failed the test. However, I believe Sheila passed the test. I must admit that it would be amazing to witness Lee putting aside her distaste for Sheila, who shot their son Finn, in order to work with her to covertly heal Luna. That's where I think this is headed. 100% of the plot is repeated. That is the function of Bold. Tell me your thoughts. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer will finally discover that Grace Buckingham has defrauded him of his fortune. When the truth is out, Bill will impatiently light into Grace because he is determined to make her pay. Will Bill hold Grace accountable for her falsehoods? Spencer Bill I just found out. When Bill learned that Liam Spencer had been shot, he was unaware that Liam had a brain tumor. Naturally, Bill has already heard how everyone in LA is to blame for Luna Nozawa's release. Liam's gunshot while attempting to save Steffi Forrester is also Luna's fault. Bill is desperate to find out what happened to Liam, who was miraculously cured of an inoperable tumor. According to John Finnegan, Bill has been informed that this is not the typical outcome of these tumors. Bill thinks this is a miracle right now, but he will soon realize that something is wrong. John Finnegan is worried about. Finn is quite worried about the test findings, and is on the verge of losing faith in Liam's ability to recover. Finn is aware that if anything seems too good to be true, it's probably not. Finn also thinks it's odd that Grace let Liam return home so soon. Finn has no faith whatsoever in this miracle recovery. Finn might need to learn the truth about Liam's recuperation, and tell Bill the whole story. Even though Bill isn't Finn's favorite person at the moment, he has a right to know what's happening. If Grace has lied about this malignancy, causing Liam to endure unnecessary suffering and medication, what will Bill do? Bill Spencer and Grace Buckingham face off. Lately, Bill has been very soft-spoken about facing people. Bill is going to be determined to find answers now that he has learned that this has caused Liam pain. He will not tolerate Grace using his son to enrich himself. Grace will pay for all of the hardship she has caused Liam and the rest of the family. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Bill promises to hold Grace accountable for lies. After informing his girls that he would not be leaving, Liam will undoubtedly die if he has not been cured. Will Grace's falsehoods cause Liam's family to still have to deal with his death? Is the tumor that initiated this entire plot still there in Liam? Has Grace misled you about? According to Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ivy Forrester first returned to Los Angeles in order to resume her relationship with Liam Spencer. Ivy recently found out that Liam had been shot and had a brain tumor. Ivy was talking about how much she wished she could have gotten back together with Liam. With Liam's miraculous recovery, will Ivy and Liam be reunited? When Ivy got back to LA, she and Liam were free, but Steffi Forrester had to poke her nose in the middle of it. Even when Ivy and her niece Electra Forrester arrived in town to join Forrester Creations, it appears that the writers abandoned the entire plot after the altercation at Il Giardino. Will Ivy approach Liam about a second chance now that she's brought it up and admitted that she still wants to be with him? As Liam urged, I hope Logan is moving on with Carter Walton. Is it time for Liam to leave the Steffi and Hope triangle and start dating someone else? Liam Spencer needs to find someone new. Perhaps Liam needs to go on with someone other than Hope or Steffi now that he has a second chance at life. Liam divorced Ivy because he has been caught in this pattern for years. Steffi and John Finnegan are blissfully wed. Will Liam offer Ivy the opportunity to become his wife that she has never really had before now that he has it? Liam married Ivy years ago in order to keep her from being deported. Ivy wanted to stay with him, but he denied them the opportunity. Will Liam be motivated to give Ivy and his relationship another chance by his newfound opportunity in life? After all this time, are Ivy and Liam really meant to be? Are these two capable of making it work now? Liam Spencer requires a new beginning. Liam needs a new beginning because he is too invested in Hope and Steffi's life. Since Liam has been switching between Steffi and Hope for years, most fans consider him to be a waffler. Liam needs to seize the opportunity and try love again now that he has recovered from this brain tumor. Now that he isn't rushing back to one of his ex-partners, Liam and Ivy have plenty of time to improve their relationship. Will Liam accept Ivy's sincere desire to be with him and allow her the opportunity to show it? Now that Liam has a new lease on life, may Ivy be the one person who can bring him happiness? Will Liam and Ivy be accepted by the Forresters?